Hello, I am Derek, Stars in Your Eyes finalist 1962, and this is Board Deck and Dice. Today we're doing a review recap, so this will be a short video with recaps of my first 10 reviews. So we do reviews 1 to 10 today, and I'm going to do them in reverse score order because it's easier today for me to read that off my Board Game Geek list. So I'm going to use the Board Game Geek rating system. I just want to point out a few things on there. Let me read you what a score of 4 says. Not so good. It doesn't get me, but I could be talked into it on occasion. So that's the kind of level of 4. If we move up, 6 is okay game, some fun or challenge at least. We'll play sporadically if in the right mood. You can look at those on Board Game Geek to see how they work out. So, without further ado, in the first 10 reviews, I reviewed Dungeon Roll. That was my worst game for me. I gave it a 2.5. I just don't want to play it again. I can appreciate some solo games particularly, enjoy it. For me, it just bored me and there wasn't enough choice, there wasn't enough things for me to do. I am going to try some other short dice game like that, like Ninja Dice, see if I get on with that. I have played Zombie Dice, and that one is a bit better than Dungeon Roll, but I don't think that would keep me amused either. Next one was Dire Monsters from IDW, and this was a game kind of shared a mechanic with Get Bit, where you're trying to play the highest unique number to take a card and build a set collection that would then get you diamonds. Just a bit broken for me. Important rules missed out of the rule book, and I gave that a 3. Then we had Age of War, a dice game where you're rolling dice to try and obtain cards, and you're putting the results onto those cards to grab them. The cards represent castles, and until you lock them down in front of you, other people can steal them. Cool mechanic, but I've seen it better used elsewhere in games such as Fuse or Roll For It. And this one, there wasn't enough player interaction. Yes, you could steal off someone, but it just prolonged the game, and there wasn't as much investment. I gave that one a 4.5. Next we move into, and coincidentally they're all at the same point on my Board Game Geek list, the 3 harbour games I reviewed with the Pineapple King, who is just out of the country fleeing authorities at the moment. I reviewed Ghost Blaster, which is a memory game, for a memory turning game where you're turning tiles that are the same, but you have to turn 3, and you have to have your meeples on the tiles you want to turn over, and you have to get 3 ghosts the same, then you can capture them. Fun little game. If you turn over a card that has a key lock on it, you get sent to prison. You have to move one of your meeples to get there. It's a co-op game, which I really like for that age group, the fact that it's a co-op game. It's probably my son's favourite out of the 3. I gave it a 6. It's my least favourite out of the 3 harbour games, but still 6, remember, is a quality score. Next was Space Planets, a kind of dexterity game. You lay out 9 square cards which represent planets, and you roll the dice, and if the dice lands on a planet, it tells you, the dice face tells you how much fuel it costs to go and claim that planet. And that's a nice little game, good to understand for kids. Some maths in there, some decisions to be made, although it's a bit random when you roll the dice. However, my son is ridiculously good at dexterity. That got a 6.5. Also with a 6.5 is Rhino Hero. Dexterity game where you're stacking cards to build a house, and it's just great fun, and I can usually get my boy to play that one. So that's the 3 harbour games. My first review was Gubs, a nice little card game that I like. I just don't have much time to play it, and that is a 6.7. The theme is quite difficult on that one as well, but I would like to play that more, but it's going to have to go out of my collection, unfortunately. But it is a 6.7. Played Jurass Attack, which is a 2-player symmetric game, so you both have the same cards and you're trying to outdo each other with your dinosaurs. You can play packs that have various powers. Really enjoy that one. Some subtle depth there that you don't expect. That was a 7. Also with a 7 was My Happy Farm, a great game that you can play with kids, with gamers. There's some planning to do ahead, some strategic thing, and you've got this really visual aspect of you buying bellies when you feed your animals, you buy a card that just has a long belly on, you place it between the head and the bum end of the animal, and it literally has this nice effect of growing. Some really good scoring mechanics in there, and I gave that one a 7, like that one a lot. I reviewed Space Team, which came to me from Kickstarter, based on the iPhone and Android app of the same name. Chaotic, social, fun. If you don't like shouting at each other, probably not for you, but it only takes 5 minutes. Quite easy, but then I think winning the game isn't the point with that one, it's just an experience. I reviewed Escape from Sunset Island, another Kickstarter zombie simulation game. A lot of fun with this one. You could accuse it of having rather basic mechanics, but it creates wonderful stories that you will tell your friends time and time again, and I gave this a 7.5. And my game of the month, or game of the review recap, is Xenon Profiteer. You've probably heard me talk about this on a few of my videos. This is a great deck building game. It changes the deck building up a little bit, has great visual design. The central console card, I should get paid every time I mention that because I mention it a lot. Xenon Profiteer, really good deck building game for 2 to 4 players. Enjoy it a lot. Love to get that one out, and I gave that an 8.5. I have been Derek, the 1962 Stars in Their Eyes finalist, not winner. And this has been a review recap of my reviews number 1 to 10. Thank you very much for watching.